friends. Hi friends, I'm your Vitamita Vegemin girl. So be one of the happy peppy people. Buy a bottle of Vita Vita Vegemat. Oh man, I crack myself up.
Shake up a martini, pull up a chair, and let's go thrifting. This is Mid-Century Wasted.
Welcome back to Mid-Century Wasted. I'm Jamie. I have a haul video for you today. We're going to talk about all the stuff that I got at those 2 estate sales. And if you missed the shopping videos, I will have those linked down below. You might want to check those videos out first before you watch this one, or if you don't like the shop with me videos, just roll right on into this haul video. So first of all, let's have a little chit chat. I think I mentioned in a couple videos ago that a lot of time has passed since the shopping video. So I filmed the shopping videos back in the summer. And now it is October. And I'm just now starting to get through all of this stuff. I started my channel and just a lot of stuff, you know, life was happening. And so now I'm at the point where I can actually haul all this stuff, show it all to you, make the videos, put them up on YouTube, take the photos, make the listings. You know, I'm really like getting going now. Whereas in the summer, I was just doing a lot of shopping, to be honest. So, but I filmed it all, and there's lots of content in the works. Let's just put it that way. So let's just start going through this stuff. We'll start with the Upland estate sale. I don't know if you could tell in the video. You probably could. I was a little frazzled at that one. That Upland estate sale, well, first of all, I was frazzled before I even got there. Just from the drive out there was kind of intense. It was morning rush hour in Southern California on like 1, 2, 3 different freeways. And I avoid driving the freeways whenever possible. I don't have a commute to work. I am #blessed because of that. Driving on the freeways in rush hour traffic around here, it just sucks. And so I was like kind of frazzled by the time I even got there. I was just a little stressed because of the freeway situation. It was just like the last freeway that I was on, there was just like a ton of semi trucks, big rigs. And I felt like, you know, a little car with giant trucks all around me. It was just anxiety, you know, anxiety. So I got there, I was already like anxious and stressed just from the drive. And then I got there and oh my God, there was literally 100 people in front of me in line. You kind of can't tell in the video, but the line wrapped around this giant driveway. It was a giant house. It was beautiful. Like I had no idea houses like that were out there. I mean, it was gorgeous with this giant front yard. I mean, it had to have been on at least a 1/4 of an acre property. I mean, it was amazing. But the line to get in went all the way down the like wraparound driveway, curved around the driveway, and then up towards the front door. I counted when I was standing there. I was just kind of like, you know, well, there's 10 people, 20, 30, 40. Like there was easily 100 people in line ahead of me. And here's the crazy thing. See, in a lot of estate sales you go to, you line up early, they pass out a number, and then you go on your way, and then you come back again later on in the day, and then they let you in, like a couple hours later or an hour later. This one, it was just, hey, line up and wait forever, which is fine. Like I don't mind how the estate sale companies want to run it, but they let everyone in at once. So at other ones, it's like, okay, numbers 1 through 15, you get to go in. And then they wait a little while and let the crowd disperse. And then it's like, okay, 16 through 30, you go in. This one, it was just like, all right, everyone, good luck. Don't trample each other. Elbows up, you guys. Elbows up. Let's shop. Elbows up. So it was, to this date, and I've been to a lot of estate sales since, that was the busiest, most just chaotic estate sale I've ever been to. So the video is a little crazy. I went with it and I posted it because it's like that, yeah, that video is just chaos, and that's what it was really like there. So, hey, you get to see exactly, you get to feel like you were in that anxiety stewing chaos with me. So, sorry if it triggered you. I was a little triggered rewatching that footage as I was editing it. I was like, ooh, yeah, that was crazy. So, it was extremely hard to film, carry my banker's box filled with this giant thing, and actually like show you what I was getting. What I kind of did, I filmed a little bit when I first got in, and then I had to stop filming and just start grabbing things, because otherwise I just couldn't do everything at once, you know, and there was too many people also just grabbing things. So you didn't see me grab this. You didn't see me grab this. You didn't see me grab a bunch of this stuff. And then I actually, after I had got through the initial rush of everything and pulled the obvious stuff, I went back through the whole house and filmed a little bit closer and showed you some other things that I didn't end up grabbing. That's just how it ended up. So let's start with what I got. First of all, the big, beautiful turquoise elephant in the room. This Breadbox. This is a metal Breadbox. This thing is a beast. This is giant. It's a pretty awesome shape. See, it's a little, like a tapered, almost like a little flat pyramid shape. It's in good condition, I would say. It has the copper trim on the door, and the inside is definitely much more brutal than the outside. The outside's nice and shiny and pretty. It's got a few dings and dents here and there, but the inside, I mean, it's I don't know if there's a way to kind of polish this up. There probably is. But when I saw this, and I saw this in the photos ahead of time on the website. When I saw it in the photos, I thought, ooh, turquoise. Because obviously, I mean, it's not like that's like my color for everything. Ooh, careful. You know, that's my color. I have the world's smallest kitchen. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I've seen some really small kitchens before, but I have a very small kitchen. So I saw this, and I wasn't really thinking of that when I grabbed it. It was kind of like, oh, you never see these. You never, ever, ever find these. These are so hard to find, you guys. If you find a good condition metal Breadbox or canister set in the turquoise or in pink, just get it. Just don't question anything. Just buy it. If you don't resell, just find somebody who wants to take it, to have it, because they're really hard to find. So it was kind of one of those things where, like, this was $30, you guys. $30. Now for thrifting, you think $30, holy crap, like I'm used to things being $2. No, this was $30. And when I grabbed it, I was thinking, well, it's going to go in my kitchen. I'll pay $30 all day for a vintage metal turquoise and copper Breadbox. All day long, I'll pay $30 for that. That's an excellent price. Then I got it home, and I underestimated the size. Like, very unfortunately, devastatingly. I wish I could keep this. I wish upon wish that I could keep this and use this in my kitchen. It's beautiful. I have a modern retro looking bread box that's much smaller than this that I just got off of Amazon. But it's turquoise and it's got turquoise and metal, and it's got, you know, a retro look to it. It says bread on the front. This one's true. This is real. This is from, you know, what, the 50s, I'm assuming? 50s, 60s? My day. It's from my day. Pardon me while I drink some coffee. It is early in the morning. I don't know what time you're watching this, but if it's morning, then good morning to you too, and I'm going to have some coffee. Truly, the best part of my day is having coffee in the morning. So I got this home, put it on my kitchen counter, which is roughly this long, and the bread box is roughly this long. More than that, it's very deep. And like, I saw how tall it was, and I thought that's fine, and I'll be able to fit a lot in here. But it's too deep at the base. I didn't really consider the fact that it tapers out, flares out at the bottom. And so it takes up like my whole counter. So very begrudgingly, I have to resell this. Now, here's the good part. I looked up online what things like this go for. I can certainly make my money back, and I may be able to make a considerable amount of profit on it. I do not know who makes this one. I don't think it's Lincoln Beautyware, which is like a big maker of canisters and bread boxes that are similar to this, but it usually says that on their products. And I don't know if this one just doesn't for some reason. It does have a patent number on the back, but a lot of good that does me. I mean, I suppose I could look up the patent number. Can you do that? Can you look up patents? I don't even know. But I saw one other one just like this that was listed on eBay some time ago. I didn't even see it on eBay. I saw it on just like a Google search. And they had it listed for $95. Now, I don't know if it's sold for that much, but if you just look at other turquoise and copper bread boxes, some of them go for, you know, in the $100 range. Some of them go for the $20 range. So it just kind of depends. Having this color with the copper accent, I think, makes it very appealing. And it's in very, very good condition on the outside. The inside's a little rough, but compared to the other ones that I have seen on searches, it seems to be kind of par for the course. They all kind of get that oxidation on the inside where there is no enamel paint. They're old. That's just kind of what happens, you know? But it's beautiful. Like I said, I wanted to keep it for myself. If I had a even normal sized, average sized kitchen, I would 100% keep this and just use it as my bread box. To me, the inside doesn't even really matter because your bread is in bags anyway. It's not like it's touching, like plain, like the actual bread is touching anything in there. So we'll see. It's going to be a beast to ship it. I will definitely prefer to sell this to somebody locally because then they can just pick it up. But I will ship it. It's light as a feather. I mean, people were seeing me walking around carrying this and they were like, oh my gosh, that looks so heavy. I'm like, it's really not. I mean, it's aluminum, I'm assuming, or right? Aluminum. So it's not even that bad. It won't be that heavy to ship. It's just the box is going to be really big. It's going to be a very bulky item. Next, we'll just go to this candle holder. It still has a tag dangling off of it here. I have my little cheat sheet here again to see what I paid for stuff because, like I said, it's been a hot minute since I did this shopping. Oh, it's tied on. No wonder I can't get it off. Anyway, this is a candlestick holder. It's a very like Southwest style. It has some like melted wax still dripping on it here. You know, everything in the house was 50s. I mean, it was a mid-century time capsule house, like I said. It really was. It had you like that green carpet too. Oh man, that was gnarly. It was cool though. I liked it. It was just in really rough shape. The whole house was unfortunately in really rough shape. But this has to be from the 50s. To me, this looks like 50s Western style. I mean, it almost looks like a cactus. And maybe that's just how I'm interpreting this. It has some writing on the bottom. It says Italy. Just some numbers. 995/20 or N20, I don't know, and LV. So I don't know. It's Italian apparently, but to me it looks like Southwestern. So it's very heavy. It's ceramic, right? I'm assuming. It's even glazed on the underneath on the inside there. So that's kind of cool. I don't know. I cannot tell you why I got this. It just spoke to me and I grabbed it. I liked the style of it. Everything was from the 50s in there. So I was like, well, this must be from the 50s too. And you know, the Western thing, that was super popular in the 50s. So, and they did have some like Southwest and Western looking stuff there. Oh, and I only paid $4 for this. Is that right? So it's a pottery 3-stick candlestick holder. And you don't really see ones that have 3 all that often either. So I thought that was interesting. And the color is really pretty. I don't know. I have yet to find anything on this, any kind of information on this or anything similar even. So this is kind of a mystery. My thought was to resell it, but I need to find some information on it first before I can do that. And obviously like clean the drippings of wax off of it, but it's not chipped, not cracked, beautiful condition, looks perfect, and I like it. I was drawn to it. Again, don't know why. Let's put it right there. This I'll just show real quickly because it's not all that interesting. These are kind of a dime a dozen. You see these all the time. You even see what, yeah. You know, just one of those hanging fruit baskets. This was $5, and I got this because I think we could use this. Like I said, my kitchen's tiny. Space is at a premium around here, and I don't really have a good place to store my fruits and vegetables. I had something that was a wall-mounted basket thing, and that just ripped right out of the wall. Great. So, yeah, we'll try this. We'll try to anchor this up into a stud, and then hopefully my fruits and vegetables will stay nice and fresh. I feel like every kitchen in the 50s, 60s, and 70s had one of those. I think by the 80s, by the time I was a kid, I don't remember them really being that prevalent, but I see them all the time at estate sales. And I did like that one because it's in good shape and it was black. So it's just, sometimes they're like metal and they're kind of corroded and stuff. So this one was nice. Last thing at that estate sale, like I said in the video, was it worth it to drive all the way out there? From a resale standpoint, well, so far I have this and this to resell. I might be able to make, maybe maybe $40 on this by the time, fees and everything. And I don't know if I could sell it for $100. I might have to come down to like 75, 80. You never know. Like if I want to just kind of get rid of it, because it is big. It's taking up a lot of room in my house, So yeah, so far I have these two things, and I don't really know, like, was that worth that whole day? I don't know. What is your time worth to you? My time's worth a lot to me, but it was fun. And here's the last thing I got, and unfortunately, this is not going to make me any money either. It's all dusty too. This is a 50s Western tray. You see the little handles on it here. And at the time, I did not know what this was. This was $10, and I overpaid for it from a resale standpoint, but I don't have any shame in telling you my mistakes so that you can learn from them. And like I've said before, I'm new at this too, and so there is just going to be a learning curve. This was a $10 learning experience for me. I may be able to sell it. I will try to sell it. You can see the little graphics on the tray there. You see the little graphics on there. There's a horseshoe. There's a cow head, skull, a wagon wheel, and some horseshoes. So Yeah, that's what's on the tray. I did find many of these online trying to be sold. They would have those brown barrel looking mugs. 6 of them. 6 of them? Yeah, 6 of them should have gone with this. And I don't know if they were there at the house because I wasn't looking for them because I didn't know that this was a set at the time. Now I know. I see those brown glass mugs, barrel mugs with the wooden handles. I see those all the time. And I was able to find the maker on this. This is Siesta Ware, not to be confused with Fiesta Ware. 60s, 50s, 60s, and the trays alone have sold on eBay for like $15 to $20 at the most, plus shipping. With the mugs, I mean, truly, it's odd to even say this, but like with the mugs, I see a set that's just sold on eBay for $2 with the mugs. So it's actually less valuable if you have the mugs. So go figure that one. eBay's weird sometimes, you guys. So yeah, not a whole hell of a lot of value. Maybe I will just sell the tray. I guess if the tray goes for more money, I guess if people have the mugs already, which like I said, those seem to be a dime a dozen. You see them all over the place. So I guess if somebody has a set of 6 mugs, they would want just like the tray to go with it. I don't know. So I will be happy to get my $10 back on that. And if I can make $5 on it, that would be outstanding. So, like I said, learning experience on that one. All right, that was it for that first estate sale. So I drove over an hour away to make, well, I don't know what this is worth, so I can't even say what I will be making on all this, but not a lot. I got a hanging wire basket for my fruit, which I could have gotten probably at like my local Goodwill or Savers. Oh no, you know what? I take that back. There is one more thing that I got at that one. I got for $4 this silverware tray. And now this, oh, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that on the back, but let's see if I can get, this is Lustroware silverware tray. But you can see it's got this like swirly, it's like the hard plastic. It's Lustroware. And it's got that swirly white frosted kind of color to it. Lustroware. It's not Lusterware, it's Lustroware. So that's a little confusing when you're looking up listings. When you're looking up comps on eBay, there's Lusterware, which obviously is not anything like this at all. And then Lustroware. They did a lot of the plastic canister sets, bread boxes, and if you watch one of my first videos, you will see we have a Lustroware bread box. Still have that in horrible condition, and sadly I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Like, you know, my whole goal here is that no mid-century things go to waste. But I think that thing's going to end up getting wasted because it's just too broken. Nobody seems to need it for the good part of it. Like the door is broken on it. Anyway, I don't even want to go back down that road. It's just a sad, sad, sad thing. But so I recognized the name. I recognized the brand. And I liked the kind of just white, swirly, frosted, marbled, that's the word I'm looking for, color to it. And I figured if there's no real value to it, I mean, I paid $4 for it. If there's no other resale value to it, I would put it in my own silverware drawer. I actually do need one in one of the drawers. I'm currently looking up to see what the value is. Lustroware. I don't see any of this white color, which sometimes if you don't see an exact comp on eBay or somewhere, that's can be a good or a bad thing. It seems like probably the more desirable ones would be like the turquoise or the pink or the red even. There's a red one that sold for $9 plus shipping. a turquoise one, a small turquoise one, sold for $23. So, I mean, I'll probably, this is, you know, sometimes I list things just to see what will happen if somebody buys it. And if they don't, then I will, you know, I'll give it a little time and then I'll put it in my own drawer. That's fine with me. For $4, but it's like, am I going to want to make another $4 or $5 on it? No, I would keep it for that. So, okay, that truly is everything from that estate sale. Now, the second estate sale, funny enough, this one was just right down the street from me. Obviously, that one had already started because it was later in the day, but it's only been going on for maybe an hour at the time. And when I pulled up, the street sweeper was going by on that street. And I can't tell you how funny of a sight that was, to seeing people just frantically running to their cars. And I mean, most of them were like too late. I mean, the ticket guy was there giving tickets too. And the street sweeper was just like going around every car that went down the street. And I was just like, ooh, dang. But I pulled up right behind the street sweeper in a nice empty spot, which was great. Like, it cleared out the road for me so I could find parking super easily. And everybody was still like running to their cars or like driving to go repark after moving their cars. So I really did get like a nice little break in the action and went in there, and there was like almost nobody in there anymore for a few minutes, and then everybody came back in. The whole table was packed. It's like everybody had like arms full of stuff, was like, crap, the street sweeper, and just threw it on the table and ran. So that was funny. Like, welcome to Huntington Beach, guys. Like, the street sweeper's a big deal around here. Everybody hates it. All right, so I did not get very many things at this one either. It's like a few little things here and there. And frankly, most of the stuff, all of the stuff, possibly all of the stuff that I got here, I'm just keeping. I got it for me. I wasn't going into it with a reseller's mindset, apparently. Now, you know, that was one of my early estate sales, and I definitely kind of have the hang of it a little bit better now, of like looking for things that are valuable for resale rather than just like, oh, I like that, I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get that, you know. So let's start with some Christmas ornaments. Out in the garage is actually where I found most of this stuff. Inside the house, there was a heck of a lot of Elvis memorabilia, which you know, when it comes to like collector's memorabilia, I don't think that there actually is a lot of value from a reseller standpoint. You have to really know what you're looking for, because a lot of that collectible stuff, you know, where stuff's like numbered plates and numbered dolls and stuff like that, a lot of it actually, they made a ton of it and it's not very collectible. So I just went in there, I browsed around, was like, wow, this is a lot of Elvis stuff. They really liked Elvis. They had a whole room in their house dedicated to Elvis Presley. I just sort of observed and then got out of there, because I wouldn't even know where to begin with reselling some of that stuff. I am an Elvis fan too. I love Elvis music. I mean, it's especially, I mean, early Elvis, skinny Elvis. Vegas Elvis was something else. That was something else. That was like the start of the Vegas spectacle, don't you think? With the capes and everything at his shows. Whew. Anyway, so inside the house, there really wasn't much. Out in the garage where the Christmas stuff was, that's actually where I found almost everything that I got here. So first of all, here's this airplane. And you can see I saw the sticker on there, $2. And it's an ornament. And this is pretty cool. Like the little propellers spin on it. I don't know what kind of plane this is supposed to be. Oh yeah, it says Douglas on the inside. So, like I have talked about this before, I think maybe in my first video, Huntington Beach is where Boeing used to be. They just left recently. Before that, it was McDonnell Douglas and Douglas aerospace companies. So this says Douglas 20 USA on the bottom here. And you can see it's just like a little like shell of a plastic thing. So this isn't like, I don't know. But I grabbed it. I will put this on my Christmas tree because, I mean, it looks like a 40s plane to me, like a World War II plane of some sort. I'm definitely not an expert in that kind of stuff, so I don't know. But for $2, why not? And then there's this, well, both of these, did I show these? I think I showed these in a video. There's these guys. These are Christmas ornaments. I believe $2 each. This one had a spoke missing, which I don't know if you can even see it. It's right here. There's a spoke broken off. And those tricky estate sale people put the sticker, the price tag, right on there, so I didn't really even notice that it was broken. Tricky. And then this one too. And these are just, cheap plastic things. This one isn't even gonna last long because the hanger is I don't want to bend it very much because it's just gonna snap right off. So that's kind of unfortunate, but they'll last this Christmas at least. And when the hanger does ultimately break off of it, I will craft with it. I have a whole set of broken Shiny Brights, broken Christmas ornaments to use for crafting. I'm thinking a wreath because I've seen those wreaths that people make with all of the Shiny Brights and things on it, and I think they're amazing, but I don't want to waste my good Shiny Brights, so I would rather take a broken one and then glue the broken part to the wreath. Do you know what I mean? Good way to make sure that your broken 50s and 60s Christmas ornaments don't go to waste. Don't get wasted. This I know I showed in my first haul. This is that Apollo pin. I know I showed this in my first video when I did the whole space program video. This pin, I have not been able to find any information on it. I can't find another one like it. So to me, that makes it cool. Like I said, sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's a bad thing. This being near McDonnell Douglas or Boeing, I gotta think it had something to do with that. Maybe they were an employee there or something and they were given these pins. I don't know, but I think it's awesome. Again, it's a keeper. What did I pay for this? Yeah, like $2 for that pin. So that was a no-duh. The other piece of jewelry was this Indian head, Native American head necklace, which I was wearing at the end of the video. I should have worn it right now. I really like this. It's like a gold metal. I don't think it's gold, but like I said in my last jewelry video, it's not like I know anything about jewelry, so hell, maybe this is gold. And then it's just got like the enamel paint on the front of it. I like it. I would sell it if it was valuable in some way, and if I could make some decent money on it. Otherwise, it's something that I would want to keep because to me it's not worth listing it and everything if I'm only gonna make a couple bucks on it. I would rather keep it for that. I could theoretically take it off of this necklace, this chain, which this might even be a gold chain. I have no idea. It's not like I could see if there was a mark on it or something because I don't have my glasses because I lost them. Hot mess alert. It looks like the gold, if it is gold, it's just like gold plated because it looks like it's kind of rubbing off possibly in one spot. I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. I mean, I guess I could take it to a jeweler and find out. This is just a little swan planter, and I paid $5 for this, you guys, and I don't think that was a good move. So this will probably be something, it's not marked really. It says 59 on the bottom, which, whatever that means. It's just a little ceramic pottery swan planter. I have not looked up any kind of comps or value for this to know what this would sell for. I liked it because of the color. obviously. I will look it up. If I can make 10 or 15 bucks on it, I'll let it go for sure. If not, it'll probably just go in my bathroom and I'll put like Q-tips or cotton balls in it or something. But I mean, it's cute and I was just drawn to it again for some reason. And then lastly, this is my favorite thing. And here's the box. It came with the box, which is just so fun. This is the Tiny TV salt and pepper shaker. And it even has, if I can get it out without breaking, it has the original instructions in the box because I recently saw in a video, I think it was Misty, Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter, who I love her channel. I love her videos. If you don't, for some reason, have not discovered her yet, go check her out. It's Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. She is just hilarious. I just love her kind of like sarcastic sense of humor. She found one of these recently and she showed how like you turn this and then the little salt and pepper shakers pop up. See, that one has a P on it for pepper, and then salt, and then you turn the little dial and they go back down. There's a lot of these on eBay. I paid $5 for this, basically, which means it's mine now because there's not a lot of room for profit for these. She said she sold hers for like 20 something, but there's a lot on there that are going for like $6, $7, $8, $10. So for that, I would like to keep it because this is just everything to me. This is my style. But what I think a lot of people don't know about it is it's the TV is a picture holder. So here's what the instructions say. Obviously, to raise salt and pepper shakers, turn large knob slightly to the right. The rear shaker will rise somewhat higher for convenience in using, which I just showed you. But to use as a photo holder, cut photo or snapshot to size 1 5/8 inch by 2 inches to fit over TV screen. Depress the screen gently so this pops in. I'm not gonna do it. And insert one end between the white screen and gold frame on side towards knobs. Slide photo in about 1/2 inch, then slide the opposite end in other side. Center picture. So you can push the TV screen in and then slide a picture in there. And these, a lot of times, were used as little advertising pieces. People would cut down like a business card and slide it in there. And I don't know if they would give them to people or if they would just set it out at their business or what. But while researching these, I have seen ones that still have the vintage advertising in the screen. So that's kind of interesting. That's very interesting to me because, of course, I'm into the 50s and 60s advertising era, a la Mad Men. So that makes it even a little more cool knowing that people used these for advertising their businesses. And this has been living in my China hutch basically ever since I got it. So that is where it will stay. And I do think it's very cool that I got the original box too. Because yeah, it's just the graphics on there, you know. Tiny TV. I like how they hyphenated TV. I don't know when we stopped doing that. Oh, to be in the age of the birth of the television. So yeah, like I said, I paid $5 for that. I think I had the price tag on right there, and it kind of took a little bit of the paper off of the box, but that's all right. So there we go. That's it. So I don't stand to make a whole heck of a lot of profit on any of this stuff, but I got a few things that are kind of cool for myself, especially like the TV. It would have made it all worth it to me if I could keep the awesome Breadbox. And there was a lot of cool stuff in that first house to look at. So it was worth it. It was worth it. I just get bitter when I have to drive on the freeway. So that's it, folks. That's all she wrote. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. It helps me out so much. And hit that like button so that I know you like this kind of stuff. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.